Hey guys, Cordell here with 911 Rapid Response. On today's vehicle showcase, I'm going to be going over a 2016 Chevy Tahoe SSV package that we've upfitted for a QRS unit. This upfit is a very extensive upfit with a lot of options on it, and this vehicle will actually be featured at the 2017 PA Fire Expo in Harrisburg at the Farm Show Complex. You can come and check this vehicle out. We will be there. I'll be there with the vehicle if you guys want to look around the vehicle and talk about it. We're going to start up front. We have the Go Rhino push bar on the front of this vehicle to provide front protection and also acts as a mounting surface for lighting equipment. So what we have here is a Phoenix Fusion 400 series stick light in red-white. Now this stick light is a true dual color module configuration, so every single light will flash red-white along with going full steady white for a full white front flood. On the side of the push bar, we have the Phoenix Fusion 40-degree optic in red, and that provides a little bit of side warning. We have the Whelen M4 lights with the factory fog light mounting option. So what this is a Whelen M4 series, and you get a specific bracket that actually takes on the shape of the fog light housing and allows you to mount that where a fog light would be on a higher trim package Tahoe. Continuing with our side warning, we have the Whelen Vertex mounted here on the side of the vehicle. The customer liked this option to give them more intersection warning. We have wigwags enabled on the vehicle. The wigwags you can actually accomplish a couple of different ways on these SSV Tahoes. If ordered with the option from the factory, they do have the option from the factory, and the upfitter just has to enable it. If the option is not ordered that way with the vehicle, we can accomplish this by an aftermarket flasher. Still staying with the front of the vehicle, we're going to go over the audible warning that is with this vehicle. We have two 100-watt speakers, then additionally what you cannot see is a Whelen howler that is behind the grille. So you can actually play one siren tone out of this siren, another siren tone out of this siren for a true dual tone siren, and then additionally you can activate your howler to give that bassy rumble. We can activate that later in the video for you guys to take a look at. We've also equipped the vehicle with this bug visor here to help keep the paint on the hood protected. Our graphics team laid down some graphics for the customer there. Continuing up the vehicle, we have the sound off ghost light with a hood mount. So what this does is it clamps to your hood. There is rubber there. This is great for POV applications sometimes because a lot of POV applications, the customers do not want holes in their vehicle. So this would allow you to mount a light to your vehicle without holes and be completely removable in the future. As we come up again, you're going to see we have two options for mirror lights on this vehicle. We have the Whelen mirror beam, and then we have Whelen's under mirror mount light on this vehicle. Now what this does is gives you multiple different levels of side warning and different angles with our front package and our mirror lighting. These mirror lights here, you're going to notice, actually have the puddle light flooded on right now. The reason for that is the vehicle is in park, and underneath the vehicle we have the E10 series from Technique for ground lights. So anytime the vehicle's in park, you're going to have ground lights, and we have the puddle light enabled with the ground lights. Additional side warning, we have the Phoenix Fusion rocker panel lights. They are 180-degree optic red flashing, and the whites are actually 40-degree optic for that side takedown ability. Something we did not talk about yet is our light bar. We come around front again. This is the Whelen 54-inch Duo Legacy light bar. Now, when you look at this video, you might see one module is out. The module is not actually out. What we do here at Rapid Response is we take that Whelen Legacy bar and we remove one of the LED modules and we install an Opticom into the light bar. So what this allows us to have is when the vehicle's in park, it's set to automatically turn off that light bar. So when you roll up onto a scene and you put your vehicle in park, your Opticom will stop so you do not continuously trip the red light green if there would be a red light there in that incident. So when we do take the vehicle out of park and we are in position 3, that emitter will start strobing to go ahead and give you traffic preemption. This light bar is a true dual color, so the entire front of the bar can actually flood all white for a scene light feature, and the entire rear of the bar can go all amber for rear traffic stick. So it gives you red warning, it gives you red amber warning, it gives you red white warning, and full flood along with full traffic stick. The graphics package on this vehicle was done by Market Graphics, the in-house graphics division here at 911 Rapid Response. We also did some nice touches on their box inside as well. We'll get to that. For side warning here, in the rear windows we have the Phoenix Fusion 200 series light stick, and this is in a red-white configuration. A 40-degree optic because it does penetrate through that window tint a little bit nicer. Continuing on to the back of the vehicle, here our graphics team has installed the prismatic reflective material, which does a great job of really catching the light and drawing attention to the vehicle. For the rear warning on the vehicle, not only do you have that light bar up high, but you also have the Whelen Micron series in the spoiler mount and side pillar mounts. What this allows for is not only the factory wigwags enabled in the vehicle again, our low-level warning here with the Phoenix Fusion 180-degree optic red amber lights, but you have multiple levels of warning on the rear of the vehicle. So if you're up close to the vehicle, you're going to see the lower lights. If you're back further from the vehicle, you'll see the lower lights and the light bar. Alright guys, here we are on the interior of the 2016 Chevy Tahoe SSV package. Starting with the interior layout, what we've done for their computer solution is the customer is using an iPad. So we took a Havas swing-out dash mount, and we've equipped this dash mount with the Havas specific dock for the iPad. What this allows for is a locking dock with a key. You can simply lift one lever. When the dock is unlocked, you can lift one lever and take your device out of the dock. Now on this case that does come with the dock, you're going to notice at the bottom here, there are some electrical connections. And there's two locating tabs. So when we would simply drop the iPad into the dock, it actually begins charging the device. So with this configuration, you have a dock, and you do not need to have another cable running up your console into your tablet. Continuing down, we have the Havas vehicle-specific console for the Chevy Tahoe. And what this allows for is the port replication on your console, because when the vehicles come from the factory, they have a USB port, micro SD card, and auxiliary port in the center console. So this gives you the option to relocate that into your aftermarket console. Not only is it going to give you those options, but it's also a wider console. So instead of taking up your standard filler plate, you get an additional section here on the side to not only help fill out the vehicle, being the Tahoe is a larger vehicle, but also gives you a unique storage pocket here on the side without taking away storage space in your console. We've installed the customer's radio in this vehicle. And for siren controls, we have the Phoenix 4200 controller. We have the left side equipped with sirens for the left speaker and the right side equipped with sirens for the right speaker. I'm going to go ahead and activate the howler we spoke about earlier. The camera will go outside and give you a chance to hear that. Ready? So now that you guys just heard the sirens that we were talking about earlier, we're going to continue on to the rest of the control head functions. So what we have across the top here is we have the left scene features, the right scene features, and the front takedown features, if you will, on the vehicle. We will activate the main scene light function. We'll turn the emergency lights off, do a spin around of the vehicle, and let you see that as well. That'll be a little bit later in the vehicle, in the video. And then we have the arrow stick ability here. So with the light bar, when you do enable the arrow stick, you're actually going to see the indicator on the top of the control panel let you know which way your arrow stick is going. The work light feature here, we had said that we have the ground lights on a park kill, so anytime the vehicle's in park, you will have those ground lights automatically activated. However, if you're in a situation where you do not wish to have your ground lights on, you can simply press this button and it will disable the feature. Here we've installed a switch because we've actually installed the Whelen aftermarket dome light in this vehicle, so we have a red-white dome light that is a much lower profile light than what you may see standard in a police package vehicle. We have internal cup holders in the vehicle along with dual armrest. The next thing we're going to get to is a box. The Just Box It division has built a rather extensive box for this vehicle with many options. I'll take you around the box. What we've done is we've actually eliminated one of the passenger seats in the second row. So the box continues up into the rear passenger compartment and does take up the entire rear of the vehicle. On the front of the box, we have storage here for the customer's paperwork, gloves directly behind the operators here, and we'll jump in the back and take a look at the rest. Alright guys, here we are on the rear of the vehicle. We're going to go over the Just Box It that the Box It division here with 911 Rapid Response has built custom for the customer's use case. We can build you any configuration that you're looking for to accomplish your specific needs for your department. Some departments have different size bags, different size boards, or different functionalities they just need with their vehicles, and we can accomplish that with our custom organizer division. Before we get directly into the organizer, some things that tie into that is the warning package with the rear of the vehicle again here. So when the hatch is in the down position, you're going to notice that you do have your warning lights here and here activated. When we open the rear hatch, a mercury switch is activated, which is going to do a multitude of different functions. What it's going to do is it's going to turn on this dome light for one, that you can leave in a white, a red, or an off position depending what your application calls for. It's going to activate the Phoenix Fusion recessed mount lights above your head. And the reason we turn these lights off and activate these lights is if when you open your hatch, especially with an EMS vehicle, there's a high probability they could be on an incident someday and there might be an air medical helicopter coming in to pick up a patient. So if the hatch of your vehicle is open because maybe you were grabbing equipment out of here and you didn't shut it, you don't want your lights facing skyward to help interfere with the helicopter pilots or anything like that when an incident, because it can be distracting. So this eliminates the customer from having to think to turn off their lights, as the vehicle will do it for them. What we do keep active is we keep the wigwags and the side lights activated, because that's not really going to be in the user's eyes. Back to our Box It here, what we have, the custom box for all the customer's equipment, and we have a multitude of lighting inside each compartment. We have FRC sunstrip lights in the 18-inch configuration, and then we also have some smaller Technique lights here. Different compartments called for different lighting options. This compartment here is large enough to actually fit a full-length backboard into. So this actually extends all the way up through the vehicle and was partial for the reason of eliminating the front passenger seat. With this upper compartment, we've actually done something else unique. We have a 110 outlet in the back there. This vehicle is equipped with a Kussmaul auto charge system, which is a shoreline for the vehicle that not only helps to keep the batteries charged when in the station, but also we can pull off of that and equip other items in the vehicle that will require 110-volt charging, like this suction unit here. So when you plug one cord into the outside of the vehicle, any 110 accessories on the interior of the vehicle that we have hooked up will automatically start charging. So they can accomplish that with the port right there in the back. And we're going to walk around to the front and check out what we did with the side of the vehicle here. Here on the side box, what we've done is eliminated the single passenger seat. We've installed a large, spacious box here for the customer to store items that they're going to quickly access, so the driver can jump out, open this door, grab the bags, and go where they need to go. We've done a nice closeout panel here. We've replicated the customer's emblem from the window down here on the closeout panel to give it a nice finished look. And additionally, it does have dome lights in as well. The dome lights will activate when you either open the rear hatch or when you open this door, so you do not have to think again about turning on any lighting in the vehicle. Alright guys, thank you for taking the time to check out the vehicle showcase on the 2016 Chevy Tahoe SSV package. What I've done here is I've activated all of the scene lights on the vehicle, and we're going to take you around the vehicle and show you all of the scene lights we spoke about earlier. I wanted to thank you for taking the time to view this video. Like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, and if you ever find yourself in the area, stop in. Anvil, PA is the location of our brick and mortar store. Additionally, this vehicle will be at the 2017 Harrisburg, PA Fire Expo in our booth. Feel free to come by, check it out, talk to us. We'd be happy to talk with you.